Okay. At this time, I'd like to call the meeting of the Central Valley School District Board of Education session agenda. Let's all rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Colleen, will you please do roll call?
Ms. Castro.
Here.
Mr. Bloom.
Here.
Enzo.
Here.
Mr. King.
Here.
Mr. Mohan.
Here.
Mr. O'Neill.
Here. Here.
Mr. Zaritsky.
Here.
Present.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay, that was an executive session held tonight at 6:30 PM for the board to receive information from the superintendent without any collaboration.
Okay. Thank you.
Deliberation.
Okay. Minutes. Number one, to approve the voting session minutes.
Do public comment first.
Yeah, that would help. Thank you very much. Just my first time. Any public comment on agenda items only at this time?
So before we do that, I'd like to read the statement with regards to public comment. The board recognizes the value of school governance of public comment on educational issues and the importance of involving members of the public in board meetings. The board also recognizes its responsibility for proper governance of the district and the need to conduct its business in an orderly and efficient manner. The district is asking that the following be adhered to. Each comment made by a participant shall be limited to 3 minutes without exception. No participant may speak more than once on the same topic without exception. All statements shall be directed to the president of the board. No participant may address or question the board members individually. Questions may be addressed at the next board meeting. Failure to follow the requirements outlined by the board may result in terminate the time for the participant to provide statement if too lengthy, personally directed, abusive, or obscene. Request any individual to leave the meeting when that person does not observe reasonable decorum. Request the assistance of law enforcement officers to remove a disorderly person when his or her conduct interferes with orderly progress of the meeting. Call a recess or adjourn to another time when lack of public decorum interferes with the orderly conduct of that meeting. It is the intent of the district to work with the school community on all school-related issues. However, the board has a right to and will enforce reasonable expectations to conduct the meeting in an orderly fashion. Refusal to comply will not be tolerated. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Perry. Okay, any public comments on agenda items only? If anything is not on the agenda, you can speak afterwards. Any comments or questions? Thank you. Hearing none, we'll move to minutes. Number one, to approve the voting session minutes from January 19th, 2023. Okay, let's move to the treasurer's report.
One, following bills and reports are submitted for approval. Pay bills. Confirm the January 2023 general fund payments in the amount of $1,787,263.39. Number two, confirm the January 2023 cafeteria fund payments in the amount of $56,604.81. Number three, confirm the January 2023 construction fund payments in the amount of $575,910.26. B, report to approve the January 2023 Berkheimer report.
Okay, thank you, Mr. King. Agenda items. Board policy items. Number one, to approve the 2023-2024 Central Valley School calendar. Number two, to approve the addition of Annex T, a confidential police response guide to the Central Valley School District Emergency Operations Plan 2022. Okay. Mr. O'Neill.
We have nothing at this time.
Nothing under negotiation?
No. We have a meeting that will be coming up. It will be announced.
Okay.
Negotiations team.
Okay, moving over to education items, Mr. Ross.
One, to approve, confirm the release time staff development request. The conference location is listed on the left-hand side. The individual will be attending the conference is in the middle, and on the right side is the dates that they will be attending. Two, to approve an agreement with MHY Family Services for the remainder of the 22-23 school year in order to meet the educational needs of students referred by the district. Rates for the services range from $150 per day to $225 per day based on the need of the student.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Ross. Technology, Mr. Moed.
Nothing at this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Athletics, Mr. King, chairperson.
Number one, to approve Roxanne Delon as head boys tennis coach at a stipend of $2,600 pending receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. Number two, to approve the following conditioning program to run January 9th through March 3rd, 2023 at a rate of $10 per hour, up to 60 hours total. Roxanne Delon, boys tennis. Number three, to approve the following spring coaching positions and stipends, receipt, review, and acceptance of all clearances. The left column is the sport, middle column is positions, and the right column is stipends. Number four, to give the final approval to the varsity softball team to attend the spring training in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina from March 29th, 2023 to April 2nd, 2023.
Okay, thank you, Mr. King. Extracurricular activities, Ms. Valcastro.
Number one, to give final approval for the high school band trip to Chicago, Illinois from March 16th, 2023 to March 19th, 2023. Then there's the FYI, your field trips. First column, you have your destination. The middle, you have your group. And then the third column tells you the dates.
Thank you. Building and grounds, chairpersons, Mr. Zaritsky.
Mr. Rawson, give us our update on Center Grange project.
Construction notes. This is right up to today. Basically, this is the progress report. All exterior wall masonry has been completed. Split face and veneer is approximately 50% complete. Installation and vapor barrier is complete. Approximately 90% of rough-in electrical and plumbing has been completed. Roof drains are being installed. Electrical roughing in the existing building is in progress. We're doing that on second shift, but we don't disturb the children and staff. Temporary lighting has been installed because we are getting ready to put the roof on, and we will need light to continue. That's installed. We will not pick that lighting up until we actually complete the roof. All roof steel joists are installed with a couple of small modifications are in progress and waiting on engineering. Steel contractor is on site, completing all steel welding, and final roof decking will be laid and completed in the next 4 days. And then we will roll right into construction. Sprinkler modifications, engineering is 50% complete. We're waiting on the second package of information from the design engineer. And soon as we have that, we're hoping next. And just general on-site cleanup and road access maintenance is a daily thing, just because of weather. When it's frozen, we have good days. When it's not frozen, we have horrible days. That's basically where we're at.
What is the weather restrictions with the roof? Do they have to have a certain temperature to install the roof that they shoot for?
35. And we're expecting the roof contractor middle of next week. First day will be just load out, put everything up top. We've got good weather. They don't put the glue down when it's raining, but as long as we've got that heat, they'll go for it. And they're talking about approximately 25 square a day is what they'll lay them complete. And they don't go from the back out. They do a section complete, section complete, section complete. So if it's not completed, then they don't stop until they are complete. And then when the weather's good, then they move to the next section. And there's two different types of glue. There's a summer glue and a winter glue. Obviously, we know which one we're using.
Thank you. Any other questions?
Thank you, Clint. Just my usual monthly question. Do you think we're a little behind, a little ahead, or maybe right on?
We've lost a week, but when we complete the roof, I'm not talking about steel because steel is done. But when we complete the roof, we will get 2 weeks back.
Oh,
So we're a week behind because of weather. When the roof is completed, which will be in the next month, then we'll make up 2.
okay. Thank you. Sounds good. Anything else for him?
No questions? Okay. All right. Other than that, thank you. And then we just have one to approve and confirm some building usage requests, which are listed in the chart displayed there. So I have.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Zaritsky. Okay, moving over to personnel. Mr. Bloom's our chairperson.
We're looking to approve the resignation of Alyssa Cattle, cafeteria general worker, effective January 25th, 2023. To approve the resignation of Jacqueline Golightly, paraprofessional, effective February 3rd, 2023. To approve an FMLA request for an elementary teacher from February 14th, 2023 through March 1st, 2023. And to approve an FMLA request for a middle school teacher from April 11th, 2023 to October 1st, 2023. Anything else, Dr. Perry?
That is all.
Okay, thank you. Finance items, Mr. Senzo is our chairperson.
Right now, we don't have anything to report, but we'll be having a meeting shortly.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, now it's your time. Any public comments?
Please state your name for the record, and I believe there's a sign-in sheet up there, correct? You don't have to state your address, you can just put it on the paper. Sign-in sheet's on the podium.
Find this one here. Okay, Cindy Phillips. Center Township. Do this before I start shaking. Hi. I was here almost a year ago with concerns about a form that went out from the nursing staff telling parents that vaccines were mandated and required, and there was no mention of the school code 2384 that clearly states that children need not be immunized if physician or parent makes that determination. So the communication I got in response was that corrective action would be taken. The form we got was this lovely Pennsylvania Department of Health form. 8 times on this form, it mentions doses of the above vaccinations are required or risk exclusion. 8 times on this little piece of paper. So to me, that's very coercive. It's a lot of propaganda. I know it's from the Department of Health of Pennsylvania. Following COVID, I think we've all learned maybe not to put so much faith into these bureaucrats. But I understand that it is a school code, it is a law, but it's also school code and law that exemptions are completely permissible and accepted. And I'm so grateful that Central Valley School District has never given me an issue on filling out exemptions, but there are plenty of parents that aren't even aware that that is an option for their children. And I'd rather see them exercise that than pull their kid out and look for other options. So in the meantime, Mr. McCreary was kind enough to call me and respond, say corrective action would be taken, that it was a nurse's mistake. However, in the meantime, another form almost identical went out to the elementary school parents. So was that another mistake by another nurse? I'm not sure. But this, I would like to propose that, in the effort of valuing transparency by the school district and the school board, that I'm proposing a policy change that make the school code that explains exemptions clearly visible on all verbal and written documentation when you're discussing vaccination protocol. I would appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, anybody else?
Any other public comment? That's it.
Okay, thank you. You want your comments first before the,
I'm good. Thank
you're
you.
good? Okay. All right, let's move over to our various buildings. We'll start with Mr. Vakovican.
Yeah, just very quickly at the high school, just some dates to remember. We will have our National Honor Society induction on Wednesday, March the 1st. On beginning March the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th is our school musical, Godspell, which will be in the auditorium at different times. And lastly, March the 3rd is our career day. So that last couple of days of March, the first couple of days of March, rather, really busy with some things. Other than that, we are status quo in the middle of February. We're good to go.
Thank you, Mr. McCready. Just for the general population out there, I know anytime you're going to any event today, you can't walk up and purchase a ticket. You do it online or on your phone or whatever. Is that going to be the same stand?
Correct with the musical. All ticket sales will be online. We have not posted those online yet.
Okay,
They'll be online for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday shows.
okay, thank you.
They are on. But they on now at this point. They went on Monday. Monday they went on. So
Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Mr. Vakovican, anything?
well.
All right, thank you. Ms. Hicks?
Things are going well at the middle school. We administered our CDTs in science over the past week. And so we'll be looking at that data and see how our students are progressing towards the standards. Extracurricularly, we started our second season of our unified bocce program, and we have our middle school ski trip and Valentine's Day that's coming up, and then the book fair at the end of the month.
Okay, thank you. Let me go back to you, Mr. Vakovican. I don't know if I had the opportunity to congratulate you once again, as well as the other board members. I think we had the second edition of the Warrior Way. Okay, you did an excellent job, and anybody else that helped contribute to that. Thank you. Ms. Kasanovich, tell us what's going on in Center Grange.
Very busy. Celebrated the 100th day of school on Monday. So the first graders were busy collecting canned food, hoping for a goal of 100 cans. They went way over their goal, and it's over 300 now that they collected. So that will be donated.
Okay.
Sure. We are busy planning kindergarten registration for March 14th, 15th, and 16th. We went live with our pre-registration for kindergarten, and we already in 3 days had 82 kindergartners registered. We are planning to start our Warrior Wednesday social groups this coming Wednesday, next Wednesday, behavior groups, and our intervention supports starting. And we're having Valentine's Day.
Okay, thank you. Seems like a lot of things going on.
There's a lot going on.
Okay. Ms. Park, tell us about special ed.
We had 28 teachers, students, and community members participate in the annual Polar Plunge on the 21st. We came in first for the Schools Challenge with a total of $8,750. And just something that I think is really special about this community is that since we started the Polar Plunge in 2012, Central Valley community alone has raised over $100,000 to support Special Olympics programming. And that's really a fantastic thing to see the support that the community provides. And I want to thank Elise King and Courtney Modest for taking that on and co-leading. They did a great job, as well as many other teams. A lot of their coworkers. So with them. And on February 23rd, we have our high school bocce team participating in the regional championships. That's going to be at Hopewell. So we'll see how they do there, and They can't be involved in that.
Okay, thank you very much. Ms. Farragotti, tell us what's happening at Todd Lane.
We're also having a food drive at Todd Lane. It's called the Super Bowl. So it's like super or like soup. The kids are participating in that. We also are organizing our Warrior Wednesday groups. We'll be starting this tomorrow. The aviary is coming for an assembly. And it's going to be sponsored by the PTA. And we also have our Valentine's Day party on Friday.
Okay, sounds good. Mr. Saccone, in the world of athletics.
Winter sports is coming to a close at the end of next week. We will have some individuals that will qualify for WPIL states in gymnastics, swimming, and wrestling. Spring sports start Monday, March 6th officially. And the athletic committee exit energy. Call here.
Okay. Just
With the spring sports coming soon and they're being good. Anything that needs to be done for preparation for spring sports needs to get done now. Not wait for the snow.
Okay. One other thing, can you give us a quick synopsis of the cheerleading competition on and the PIA?
They finished, or they qualified in the prelim round, which was the first day of competition out there on Friday. They got elevated straight to the finals. They were one of 5 teams that got elevated into the finals. The other 6 teams had to qualify with the semifinals. So they reached the state finals on Saturday and finished 8th out of 11 teams. So,
Okay.
first team to beat the county.
How many?
Get that far. State, true.
How many total teams competed in that though?
There were about 30.
Okay.
Originally.
Okay. Well, congrats. The Dolph,
Good move.
all good? Okay. Anything else, Mr. McCreary?
No, sir.
Okay,
Mr. I. Miller.
Huh?
Mr. I. Miller.
thank you very much. Mr. I. Miller, technology, anything going on?
Still wrapping up miscellaneous equipment swaps and planning out the student iPads, which are next on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. All right, at this time, any comments by board members? We'll start with you, Mr. Senza.
Not this time.
Mr. Kovacan, once again, congratulations on your publication. Your skills with layout. I want to know who's writing. Who's doing the writing? You or the staff?
That communication.
I just don't want to lose you to the Post Gazette.
They're on strike.
Thank you, Mr. O'Neill.
You don't have any.
Nothing for me.
Go ahead. Mr.
Again,
Blue.
Mr. Vakovican, you amaze me. I mean, that thing was, the Warrior Way was so informative, so enlightening. Thank you for the great job you and your staff did.
Give me the seat right here.
Bring you up here.
There you go. Look at him turning red. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Blue. Mr. Zaretsky.
Good. Congratulations, again to the cheering squad. That it was very, I love reading those. I'm not going to go to the extent. It is very enjoyable to read.
Scott Castro.
Congratulations, Mrs. Park and the Wicked Warriors for your thing. That was wonderful to see and received that lovely letter from the lease. So congratulations that. Mr. Pakovican, nice newsletter.
But we saved the best for last. Mr. Ross?
Just did it what everybody said tonight, a lot of the compliments, to the staff for doing a nice job. And that's it, Mr. President.
That's it?
That's it.
You should do this more often. Start on this side by the time there's nothing to say. Have to keep that in mind. Okay. Hearing nothing else, I have a motion to adjourn. Mr. O'Neill, Mr. Zaretsky, second. Jeff.